What up, baby? And today we're gonna be talking about flowers and women and flowers, how flowers affect women, and how that ultimately can benefit you when you're looking to make your lady feel good. And maybe she's not your lady yet. You're trying to make you a lady. Maybe you're trying to make it a second, third base. This is gonna help you with all that. So let's get into it. Make sure you stay to the end of this video for a power play tip, something that you can do in your relationship right now that's going to take you from zero to hero. We talking about something that nobody's doing, something simple that can really, put you in the best graces with your lady. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I want you to keep in mind and remember that women are emotional creatures and they are full of feelings. Unlike guys, we tend to be, less sensitive, a little rougher on the exterior. Nothing wrong with that, but it's important to understand the differences between men and women, in order for you to, get to a point where you can have, more and more successful interactions, with women, right? So with flowers, one of the greatest things about flowers is that they are an excellent way to express feelings that you may not wear on your sleeve in effective a way to another person. So, for instance, if there's a funeral or something like that, someone passed away, you might not have the words to express your heartfelt sympathy for them, but some really nice, hand-picked flowers can do the trick without you really having to say much. I'm sure you've heard the phrase, "It's the thought that counts." But the question is, how much thinking are you really doing? So when it comes to these flowers, for instance, let's say if we're getting flowers for, a chick that we've been, dating and we took on a few dates. So you starting to get to know her. You could easily go to the store and just grab a rose or, something without looking at it. But what I suggest you to do next time you grab flowers for, young lady is that you put a little bit more thought into it than that. Maybe canvas the flowers that are in the store. And think about the colors she likes to wear. Maybe grab some flowers that match the colors that she likes to wear. Maybe grab some flowers that are her favorite color. Maybe grab some flowers that you saw the first time you met her. Let's say you met her outside at work and you were at a park and the flowers you saw were daisies. So when you go to get flowers for the next date, you grab daisies. You could be that square that just gets flowers and says, "Here you go, you're pretty." Or you could be that person that says, "Hey, Jasmine, I got these flowers for you." And if she doesn't notice, you can be the one to remind her. I know first time I saw you, I thought you were the most beautiful chick I'd ever seen. And I remember there were daisies in the background. So when I was going to pick flowers for you, I saw these daisies and it just reminded me of the first time that I met you. And I just felt that this would, these are the ones, for tonight's date. You know how many ladies would fall over after that? Like, and you're a guy, you might hear me say that, you'd be like, "Crap don't work." Believe me, it works. But you gotta put the thought into it. It's the thought that counts, but you gotta actually put enough thought into it. It can't just be a 1 second thing. You gotta put a little effort behind it. And women appreciate that. They really do. Now, what I will say is when we talk about getting flowers for ladies, right? This is not something for the sleaze bags and the pimps and the man hoes. Okay, this is not for y'all. This is for people that have the purest of intentions. And that doesn't mean, if you're trying to win a lady for the night and have a good time, there's nothing wrong with that. Ladies do the same thing, with guys. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, you got to have pure intentions. So if you don't care about making the lady smile, then that's not for you. Pure intentions win the day. To get a lady flowers, get a chick flowers, get her some roses randomly, right? Let's say it's a chick that you interested in and you've been trying to make moves and she ain't really, been give you as much attention as you like. And you just pull up, with some roses and you give them to her. And she's like, "What these for?" And you're like, "To just make you pump." Don't tongue tie when you say it. You say, "These are just to make you smile. I just thought about you. Thought you'd enjoy these." That catches a lot of people off guard. Because especially if you just do it and then, you walk away. You don't sit there and have a whole little conversation. You walk away. That can get a lot of people, they start thinking, they like, "What is this guy's game? Like, what is he up to?" You know what you're doing. But it's a good way to get somebody thinking about you without you really having to, do a lot of conversating and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, if your intention really is to make them smile, you really did think about them, then this can definitely work. Now, don't think getting random flowers is just for a chick that casually dating, or that interested in, or in the early stages. This is for people who are in long-term relationships, people who are married, as well. Just because you've been in a relationship a long time doesn't mean that you can't have fun. You can't do random things. You can't be spontaneous. Imagine buying your wife, random flowers. You just pull up at a job. Maybe you was supposed to be at work, but you took off a little early, and you just pull up at a job with a bouquet of flowers. She gonna be like, "What's the occasion?" And then you say, "There's no occasion. Can't bring the love of my life some flowers to brighten her day." I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. That's a win. That's going to be a good night for you. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a good night for you. And if you go a step further, maybe you already cooked dinner. Somebody like me, I don't cook. So I probably, would have made reservations somewhere, or, something like that. You take it a step further and you do that. And this is randomly, you already took care of the kids. If you got the kids, they already squared away. And this isn't something that you planned, together. It's just something you set up, spur of the moment for y'all. I'm telling you. You're going to get so many cool points for that. And you're going to make your lady feel so warm inside. Like, she's not going to forget that. These are the type of things, this is the type of thought and effort, when you put this into your relationship, or this new relationship you might have that you're looking to build. When you put this type of sincere thought and effort, into making this other person happy, this is the type of stuff that makes people brag about you, where your woman's like, "I got the best man in the world." Or if you're in the earlier stages, "This guy I just met, he's just phenomenal. Like, I had never met a dude like him." This is the type of energy, that has women react that way, towards you. But again, you got to be sincere. There's nothing wrong with wanting to make somebody happy. And if you truly embrace that, I'm telling you, you might have to go through some women that don't appreciate it, that don't appreciate and understand it. There's still, good-hearted, men out there. But once you get, to the ones that, have that awareness and that have that vision to be able to really see you for who you are and understand you're not trying to play games with them, you're just a good person. Believe me, man. Like, it's going to work out for you, in the end. You just got to be patient and work through the ones that don't appreciate you for what you're doing for them, to get to those ones, that actually see you for who you are. And that's why you start small. I'm not saying wine and dine every single woman that you're interested in. If they're not appreciating it, pull back. And there's a lot of things you can do early on to figure that out. Now, here's the bonus tip that I promised early on in the video. And this is going to be more so for people who are not just in a relationship, but are at the point where they're living together. Buying your lady flowers without asking, like having flowers on the table for her, or in the vase on the kitchen counter, wherever y'all keep it. Staying on top of that and making sure she always has flowers, that's a game changer. You know how many men don't get their women flowers at all? Just at all. They just, for nothing, for no occasion, they just don't get them. Maybe for their birthday, but outside of that, they don't get them unless they forgot something like an anniversary. They don't get them just to brighten their lady's day or just to show they care. They don't get them at all. So imagine, the end of the spectrum that you'll put yourself on by being the man who always makes sure that his lady has flowers. I'm talking about flowers on the table, and when they about to die, you already at the store grabbing new ones. Maybe she tells you that, hey, they about to die, you on top of it. But at the highest levels, she don't ever gotta say nothing to you. She always has fresh flowers sitting on the dining room table to remind her how much you care, to remind her that you're a priority, that she's a priority, to you, and to remind her of how strong y'all love really is. That is an embodiment of, the quality of your relationship. Doesn't require you to say anything. It's just something that, you stay on top of in the back end that you do. You don't need to be home for her to see that representation, because it's there. This is a game changer. Again, I'm not making this stuff up. I've suggested this, before to clients. It's worked. I do it myself in my relationship. It works. Try it for yourself. Come back to this video, drop it in the comments, let me know, how it worked for you. Send me an email. But I'm telling you, if you implement these things, if your intentions are pure, if you're setting out to just make your lady happy, start with those intentions and expand upon those with a little bit more thought, a little bit more effort. The rewards, you will see start to roll in. If you like this video, be sure to check out, wrong side. Be sure to check out some of our other videos, and I'll see you in the next one. I appreciate you tuning in today.